On March 22nd, I jumped on my bicycle, my Garmin not quite working when I left the house, but rode down to South Eagle Valley Road and made a right turn headed towards Tyrone. When I got to Tyrone, I made a left on East 10th Street to a parking lot about 12 miles away from my home, where I met Bill, Marianne, Dave, and Jan, and then proceeded south on Birmingham Pike, making a left on Quarry Road. At about 16 miles into my trip, we turned left on Hillman Road, then a right turn onto Burkett Road, and then a left onto Morrow Road, where we stopped at the Tytoona Cave. Then proceeding on, we made a left onto Kittle Road until we got close to the Birmingham Pike, where we made a U-turn and proceeded back west, retracing our route on Kittle all the way to Sickles Cornerback Road, where we made another left on Sickleback Corners Road and took that where it eventually ends at an intersection with Kittle Road, where we made a right turn, everyone except Bill, who made a left turn and was headed back to his home in Altoona. But Dave, Jan, Marianne, and I made a right turn and went east, and then we turned left onto the Fort Robideau Road, where we used the public restrooms, and then returned back to Kittle Road. From Kittle Road, we turned left onto Golf Course Road. I'm now approximately 34 miles into my trip. From Golf Course, we made a right turn onto Skelp Mountain Road, which quickly turns into Quarry Road. Quarry Road then went back to Birmingham Pike and back to the parking lot where I left Marianne, Dave, and Jan, and turned left onto Pennsylvania Avenue just for a couple of blocks to the Tyrone train station, where I ate a sandwich and took a break. Then it is back onto Pennsylvania Avenue, headed east, which turns into South Eagle Valley Road, and in about 10 miles I was back home. My total ride was about 54 miles. Here we are headed south on Birmingham Pike. I'm behind Mary Ann, the others are all in front. It's a busy road, but it has a good enough shoulder. And this is Quarry Road, headed west towards Skelp. And here we all are riding south on Hillman Road.
Now, Bob, I really enjoyed is that a Christmas card, that big thing you made and sent about when you were young and all your bicycle friends, and was that a Christmas time?
Yeah, I think so.
I really enjoyed that. That was very nice.
Here we are riding down Morrow Road, where I will discover Tytoona Cave. Although it is only a few miles from my house, I've never been there. The above-ground stream enters Tytoona Cave and then plunges underground until it re-emerges about a quarter of a mile away at Arch Springs. In 1988, an experienced cave diver, Roberta Swicegood, died while surveying the cave and trying to find a passage from the entrance to Arch Springs.
What is this?
What's that?
What is this?
It's a cave right
We parked our bikes by the highway and then walked back this path, probably only about 50 yards to the start of the cave. Bill is showing everybody here
now. Did you do this?
a little plaque that his son had done for the Boy Scouts that
but they decided
made
at the park
this
they were gonna
walkway.
redo things, so they tore it down. It's not even there anymore.
I didn't think that. We didn't think this would ever stay.
The Eagles Project by David W. Kaler, Troop number 177, 1991. It's a steep little walk down this walkway into the sinkhole where the stream comes out of a wall, runs a few yards, and then dives back into the cave opening and disappears underground again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is neat. I'm having a hard time walking down here for some reason.
See the ice down.
Bill, you're going to drive those spikes back in.
Huh?
You're going to drive those spikes back in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't go any further than just inside the cave opening because I would have had to have gotten my feet wet. And so I looked around just a little bit and then went to the top to watch everybody else coming up from the bottom of that big sinkhole. It's a beautiful place. I plan to go back and explore the cave a little bit more at some later time.
I'm too damn tired to go any further.
So, horse and
buggy? Oh yeah.
But it was a rattling trap old metal piece going down.
A lot of Amish over through here. Have you ever ridden over through here much?
I've ridden that thing up from the Tytoona milling up the scalp a lot, but that's all.
Okay.
Well, it held up pretty good for 32 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here we are on Kettle Road riding east. We'll ride over as far as almost to the Birmingham Pike, where we'll turn around and then come back on this road heading west. Now headed west on Kettle Road, and Marianne and I have a discussion about the difference between right and correct.
What are we doing here, Marianne? This way?
Right.
Stay right?
Left. Correct.
Okay.
Left. Sorry.
No, you're right.
In a stiff headwind, we often use the electric bike as a lead in a pace line.
Sure is easy back here.
Marianne and the others were drafting right behind me. We have now gone through Sickles Corner Back Road to the intersection of Kettle, and we have just turned to go east, and Bill is left to the west. We now have a tailwind behind us. That's Jan in the lead, and Dave's just come around me.
Hey, now this is pretty nice. I wish it this way all the way to Tytoona.
We will ride on Kettle until we get to Fort Robideau Road, and then take a little diversion up to the restrooms at Fort Robideau, and then back down on Kettle Road on in. Here we are riding up to Fort Robideau. No one is here, but the restrooms are open, and you can see the fort, its walls off to the right.
We have to go back that way, right?
Here we're headed back down the Fort Robideau Road, and going to get back on Kettle Road and make a turn to our left. This is Golf Course Road.
Yeah, and another guy down here four abreast.
Jan just pointed out a team of horses plowing, and here's another. Just to the right is a little Amish school, little white school.
Oh yeah, I've actually ridden this road before. Yeah.
And off to the left are some
Once.
cars parked at the golf course.
I just happened to look down the pavement before it popped.
Here we're following Mary Ann on Quarry Road, headed back towards Birmingham Pike. After we pass under these railroad tracks, we will get on to Birmingham Pike and head right into Tyrone, where this video will end.